What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and today we got to talk about the stages in Mortal Kombat 1 because they're obviously the most beautiful part of the game. We always get throwback skins, we always get throwback fatalities, but when are we going to get some throwback stages? Now, I want them back for nostalgia, of course, but these would also bring back the possibility for stage fatalities. After looking at the stages in Mortal Kombat 1, I don't know what you would do with them. So I'm gonna give you 10 stages I would like to see added to this game. Even if they only gave us 3, I'm cool with it. But let me know what 3 you would like to see in the comment section. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any updates on Mortal Kombat 1. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
Now this first one, I know it's not going to be popular because y'all act like Mortal Kombat 4 is just the worst game ever created. While it didn't age well, when it came out, it was very good. I would dare say Mortal Kombat 4 walked so the following 3D era games could run. Now this is a stage with endless possibilities. Not endless, but you got some. First off, you got Zordon in the building. Second off, I don't remember in Mortal Kombat 4 if you could actually drop your opponent in this or if this is just a design on the floor, but there you go. Turn this into a hole, maybe put some spikes along the wall. At the end of the match, uppercut your opponent, he falls in there, getting caught by all of the spikes on the wall as he falls down. He's just a chopped up mess by the time he hits the floor, or just have him throw him in Zordon's mouth. A lot of different things you can do with this stage, and it would bring back that nostalgia of Mortal Kombat 4. So I would love to see this stage in Mortal Kombat 1, but unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to see this stage again. So let's move on to the next one. Now our next stage comes from Mortal Kombat 3, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but Mortal Kombat 3 has some iconic stages. And this was one of my favorites. There's a lot you can do with this stage if you were to add it in Mortal Kombat 1. For one, you could do like different weather effects. Like maybe sometimes you come in here and it's raining, sometimes it's a storm, so you can hit them with a stage fatality where they fly into a tornado or something and get chopped up. Y'all know how they do in Mortal Kombat. Or maybe it's not raining. We come in here and it's a sunny day like this and you have traffic going on the road. So uppercut the guy, he flies in front of a car, boom, body parts splatter all over the place. This is literally just the streets. If you wanted to, you could have an animal run up and eat the guy. Now you got an animality and a stage fatality. So let's get to that. The next one, straight from Mortal Kombat 9, we got the desert. Now the desert is something that we kind of see with Garrus with his fatality where he sticks their head in the sand and it kind of tears it up. You could do that in the desert. Stage fatality, whatever, you hit your command, the sand just starts rushing. Like maybe Sub-Zero kicks the sand towards the opponent. He kicks it so hard, it like starts a sandstorm and just tears all of his skin off. Then you show him run away or something. I don't know, do something funny with it. But there's a lot you could do with the desert. There's a lot you could do with sand. So this one would definitely work when it comes to stage fatalities. Now this next one, I don't know why, but this is one of my favorite stages in Mortal Kombat history. Probably because it came from my favorite game in Mortal Kombat history. And that's the Black Dragon Fight Club. This stage has so much potential. Sure, you could beat the guy with a sledgehammer or hit him with a chainsaw, but look at the beer bottles on the floor. Look at the steel chairs in the back. I want to go grab one of those steel chairs like Stone Cold Steve Austin and bash Smoke in the head with it. I want to use Sub-Zero, pick up one of those beer bottles, freeze it, and smack Smoke in the mouth with it. I want to get like those pallets and just bash Smoke in the head until all of the wood is all over the place, just scattered all over the arena. I want to uppercut Smoke and have him go through the fence where his body just looks like those triangles and you just see him laying all over the floor. Stage fatality. And shout out to Suhao in the back. NRS, y'all got to cameo my boy up. Next, we got the courtyard. Now this one really wouldn't make sense because Shang Tsung ain't really Shang Tsung and how Shang Tsung used to Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 1. But you could still put him up there. I mean, he's on the way to Shang Tsung like he used to, right? Then you got these two right here where you could uppercut your opponent and they land right on the daggers. Maybe this guy runs over and stabs him up a little bit more. Easy fatality potential in a classic stage. I really want to see this one back. Or you could just put Sindel in a chair. Make it make sense. Now we got the Evil Monastery. This stage is one of my favorites in Mortal Kombat just because I was always scared of this little creature when I was a kid. Not to mention how annoying the guy was in Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, but this stage would look really good in Mortal Kombat 1, especially with the lighting. This looks like the challenge towers, and then you got the whole aesthetic in the building. I think this would come to life very well. Could you do a stage fatality in here? Yes. Maybe this guy could get involved. Maybe you can uppercut him out the window. I don't know how you want to do it, but with the crazy fatalities in Mortal Kombat 1, I'm sure NRS could figure it out. So let's get to that. Next up, we got a classic, the subway. Another iconic stage for Mortal Kombat 3 is on the list. Don't just give us the subway. If you give us the subway and the street, give us the option to uppercut our opponent from the subway to the street. Now, I know that's more of an injustice thing now, but we know they can do it. And if they did give us these stages and connected them together, I think that would be really cool. And we don't got to talk about stage fatalities because we've seen it. Omni-Man has done it, and I think they could do it again. They could probably do it even better this time. Instead of throwing them in front of the train, let us throw him through the window and then show us him bouncing around all in the train, tearing all kind of stuff up. But that's kind of Omni-Man's thing, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just let us throw him in front of the train. We'll be all right. Next, we got one of my favorite stages in Mortal Kombat history. We're on the top 3 now, and this is from the best designed Mortal Kombat game of all time. In my personal opinion, we got Yin Yang Island from Mortal Kombat Deception. If you are not familiar with this stage, then you need to find Mortal Kombat Deception and get familiar with this stage. You start off on a tropical island. Of course you fighting, but it's just relaxing, you know? You got the tropical music playing in the background. Everything just looks beautiful. It's a vibe. And then at the snap of a finger, it turns into a nightmare. It starts raining, thunder, lightning. You got these big eel snake things coming up out of the serpentary depths of the ocean, and you already got the stage fatality baked in because if you uppercut your opponent in the water when it's nighttime, these little snake things will eat them. If your cousin works at Netherrealm Studios, you need to tell them to get this stage in the game expeditiously. Now, this probably should have been number 1, but unfortunately, you just can't beat those classics. So number 2 on my list is the pit. Now, don't get me wrong, the stages in Mortal Kombat 1 are beautiful, but when it comes to beautiful stages, I don't know if you can get more beautiful than the pit. Mortal Kombat X was ugly. The color palette was horrendous. I hate to look at it to this day. But when it comes to looks for Mortal Kombat X, the saving grace is definitely the pit. That's like the only thing that looks good. And then you think about Mortal Kombat 11. Even though it's only in the crypt, still beautiful. R.I.P. to the crypt. But that's another story for another day. Right now, we got to talk about the number 1 stage I want to see added to Mortal Kombat 1. Y'all probably already know what it is. If you don't, shame on you. That stage is my favorite stage in Mortal Kombat history, and it is the Deadpool. Now, I know some of y'all might be saying, hey, we already got the Deadpool back in Mortal Kombat 11. We need to get something else. Well, that's why Mortal Kombat 11 was the best Mortal Kombat game of all time, because it checked all the boxes. If Mortal Kombat 1 wants to reach this feat over the next 4 to 5 years, they got to start checking those boxes. And the first one they could check, the easiest one they could check, is going to be adding the Deadpool to this game. Now, I don't got to tell y'all how this works because it's iconic and you already know, but I'm gonna run it down for you. You take that uppercut, you hit that acid, your body comes up a skeleton, you say, oh, your opponent calls your family and cancels Christmas because it's over. But these are the stages I would like to see added to Mortal Kombat 1, and a lot of them have high potential for stage fatalities, so maybe those will be coming down the line. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, after going through this list, the stage I actually want to see in this game the most is Yin Yang Island. Give me 3 stages you want to see added as DLC in the comment section, but don't forget to drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.